What's up guys, it's me Anthony. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you are, my name is Anthony obviously, and today we are doing another TV video. I literally love TV. TV is my world, TV is my heart. Like I literally go to school for writing for screen and television. So I'm really happy about this video, I'm really excited. If you guys don't know, I posted a video around this time a year ago talking about TV shows you should watch. And today we're doing the same thing, but this time comfort edition. Literally TV shows that make you feel warm and fuzzy on the inside, make really great laughs. Some of them for me are just nostalgic, like when I watch them. So I can't wait to share with you guys. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the list and start talking about TV because God knows we're gonna be here for hours. At least I am, because I have to film and edit this, but you'll probably be here for like 15-20 minutes though. So yeah. So the first show on the list is Adults. There's a new show on FX that's streaming on Hulu because you know they're partners. This show follows a friend group that are going through different unique problems, but they're all going through it together because they all live under one roof. And this friend group consists of Billy, Paul Baker, Antoine, Samir, and Issa. I have to say my favorite characters so far are Samir and Antoine, and Paul Baker grew on me, and I think the writers of the show intentionally made it that way. Like he kind of grew on me as the season progressed. This has honestly been one of like the best friend group shows like writing and storytelling wise I've seen in a while. For it to be half hour, they cover a lot of things by having the A storyline obviously dominate the episode, but we also get to kind of see how each character attacks the A storyline in a different way, and then all the subsequent storylines throughout the episode allow us to see the group dynamic and see how different characters and different friends interact with each other throughout the series. My favorite scene from the season has to be in episode 2, where someone went to the hospital and the lady said like, oh, what is your relation to the patient? And we got exposition there about how the friend group formed together. It was a really great way to, one, tell the audience how the friend group kind of formed, but also to answer the question of literally how are you related to the patient. So I really enjoyed getting that. There's a lot of smart writing techniques in here that lend to half-hour television. So you're getting a lot of information about the characters in the story within a half hour, which I really appreciate. And I've been trying to study because I really want to work in half-hour television. As a writer watching it, but just as a viewer too, it's very clear these friendships have been established for years, and it feels like that through the writing, and it feels like that through the interactions. Even more so, it feels like that because the acting is so good. Like the acting really immerses you into the story immediately. The acting only enhanced the already great writing that allowed the story to flow really easily and make sense the entire time. With such a large friend group with such a short amount of airtime, I was nervous, but it surprisingly turned out very well. Overall, it's a really fun, lighthearted, emerging adulthood show. Like it encompasses all the emotions, like being in your 20s and all the things you go through. And it's just really fun to watch. It's only 10 episodes, but that season 1 cliffhanger, guys, I promise you, I am praying these folks get a season 2. I just need a season 2 episode 1. If they don't get picked up for like the other half of the season, I don't care. I just need to know what happens after that season 1 cliffhanger. Like it was so good. Really great writing, really great acting, really great storytelling. Overall, a great show. And like I said, it's fairly new, but I still feel like it was just very warm, very fun to watch, very lighthearted as well. So definitely check that out on Hulu. Next up, keeping it in the same realm of friend group shows, we have Living Single, guys. Living Single has to be one of the best friend group shows that like ever to exist and be created. Like I constantly reference Living Single when it comes to like comps for my writing or comps for my storytelling techniques, because it's just honestly one of those great shows, and it came out during the age of like golden black sitcoms, like the classics that everyone watches nowadays. It was amazing. If you don't know what Living Single is, it's another friend group show. 6 friends going through different unique obstacles, obviously, and they are doing it in the backdrop of Brooklyn, New York. I think that's another reason why I love these two so much for different reasons, because Living Single being in Brooklyn, and it's an all black cast too. It feels so nice to kind of see that representation on TV. The comedic timing of the show is golden. It is amazing. It needs to be studied. The jokes make sense for every single character. Personally, my favorite characters are Max and Regine for this exact reason. Every joke, every read, every insult that comes out of their mouth makes sense for their character, makes sense for the character they're saying it to. The joke telling of this show, there's no words to describe it because it's really good. Like I find myself rewinding jokes and like even like kind of melding it into my own vocabulary. Like even if we were to take the writing and like the great story structure out of it, it is just an amazing show to watch just for the jokes and the comedic timing of it all. Similar to adults, we're able to see a lot of the dynamics in this friend group. There's 6 friends, and so we have Max, Sinclair, Regine, we have Kyle, we have Overton, like we have all these characters, and we explore all of those relationships and those characters. So really fun to watch the different dynamics of these friends and see how those individual dynamics really play into the overall group. And also, as far as structure, the episodes are amazing because some episodes are really heavily group based where we see all 6 of the characters all the time. It's again that same structure of the A storyline that kind of dominates the episodes, and then all the subsequent storylines of that episode kind of help drive that resolution for our A storyline. The time has come for me to talk about my unhealthy obsession with reality TV, or what I like to call unscripted television, because it makes me feel better about myself since I'm a screenwriter, and it sounds more professional in my opinion. So yeah, here we are. I love reality TV, guys. If you follow me on Instagram, TikTok, anywhere else, honestly even on here, like, you know I love unscripted television. I literally took an unscripted television class my first semester in college, and I pitched a game show, and I pitched a show for Bravo. Speaking of Bravo, most Bravo shows for me are amazing, but there is some standouts that we need to discuss, and I'm going to give you the season by season, and obviously you should go watch the entire series. Like, obviously you should watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. I feel like it put Bravo on the map. Some standout seasons from the Georgia Peaches are definitely season 5, 6, 10, and 12. And honorable mention, season 11. But honestly, any season from these housewives are amazing. Now we're gonna go to our Girls of Potomac, and for me, standout seasons are season 4, 5, and 9. Great seasons. Again, same thing with Atlanta. Like, all of the seasons are pretty good, but those are the standout seasons. Moving over to the girls in Beverly Hills, LA. To me, it's a great show. The newer seasons haven't been that good to me, but season 11 is honestly one of my favorite seasons. That's actually a season I started off with, and that's the season that got me hooked on Beverly Hills. Standout seasons to me for Salt Lake City are seasons 2 and 4, but definitely season 1 through 4. Really, season 1 through 5 is amazing. I have not finished 5, but it's a good season too. Like, my last Bravo show recommendation is Married to Medicine. Again, it's filmed in Atlanta, it's an all-black cast, but my favorite season is season 10. Again, great show. All the seasons are pretty amazing. I think another show that is similar to the Housewives, like, follow documentary, like the big cast shows is House on Fire. It's a BET Plus, and it streams every Thursday, and it's still out right now, I think. And I literally, when I tell you, I am sat every Thursday. Every Thursday, I'm sat to watch a new episode. It follows the house of Miyake Mugler in New York City as they take over the underground ballroom scene. It is just a great representation of the Black queer community and the history and the culture and the community. Now on to cooking shows. You guys don't know, but I'll insert pictures here. At one time, I used to want to be a chef, and I low-key still be chefing enough in the kitchen, but I wanted my own cooking show on Food Network. Like, a lot of Food Network shows are amazing in their own right and for their own purpose, but the 3 of them that are like stand out to me is the next Food Network star, where pretty much people like me who want to be on Food Network would come on to the next Food Network star, and they'll go through weeks of intensive training. Winner obviously gets to have their own Food Network show. And a lot of the people that you're watching on Food Network you would not know, but they were actually on the next Food Network star. Then obviously we have the golden classic Chopped, where they have 4 ingredients that they've never cooked before and they have to incorporate in their dish. And then lastly is Worst Cooks in America. And if you have not seen Worst Cooks in America, it's pretty much, again, it's all in the title. They have the Worst Cooks in America come in for an 8-week training. Lastly, for reality TV, we have Traitors. It's pretty much where all these reality stars come into one big castle, and it's based off the game Mafia, where there's the faithfuls and the traitors, and the entire season the faithfuls are trying to kill off the traitors, and the traitors are trying to kill off the faithfuls. All the theatrics of the show work so well and like work in his favor, and I really love it. And notably, the best season to me so far is season 2, and I'm really excited to see season 4 because a lot of the people from Real Housewives of Potomac and Real Housewives of Atlanta are supposed to be on season 4. So I'm really excited to see what happens. So definitely check out those shows. That's my reality TV spill. Now back to the scripted television. Back to scripted television, one of the amazing shows that I watch all the time, and I'm literally rewatching now because I put it on the list. It's Pose on FX, again streaming on Hulu. This show follows the life of Black and Latino queer and transgender people throughout the 1980s and 1990s, going through the AIDS epidemic, living life, coming out, and all the culture that is emerged and surrounded from the underground ballroom culture. One of those period pieces that does not feel like a period piece at all, but also is so informational and you learn so much from it. And I really enjoy rewatching all the time. The acting is chef's kiss. I mean, you have actors like MJ Rodriguez and Dominique Jackson, and they make other appearances on different shows that involve ballroom culture and involve voguing and things like that, which is amazing for me. The actors really embody their characters, and like, I honestly, sometimes it's hard envisioning what these characters would look like if they weren't these actors. You immediately get invested into their stories, their flaws, their arcs, the things they need to change, the things that you may not like about them. The acting, the casting, and the dialogue of these characters is that beautiful blend where I'm like, I could never see Electra not being played by Dominique Jackson. I couldn't see Blanca being played by anyone else but MJ Rodriguez. They're able to incorporate elements of the underground ballroom culture into the actual episode and storyline that makes sense, and it doesn't feel awkward or out of place, but it also doesn't feel overdone either. For the show to only be 3 seasons, the dynamics of the show shift so drastically. It's not fast, it's very gradual, but they shift so drastically from the beginning of the series to the end of the series, and people that were on top become mentees, enemies become friends. Like, it's the dynamics shift so much, and characters may get over one flaw, or may get over one insecurity, or like they may learn or resolve something, but then they find themselves in a different situation, and it keeps the viewer coming back for more. Things are calm when they need to be calm, but nothing is ever at a stalemate. This show creates really balanced and complex representation for the Black and Latinx queer community, and I think that's something that we just don't see nowadays. There's a lot of very surface level representation of the community. That's part of the reason why it's on this list. It feels good to be seen and have representation that feels authentic to the community. It feels like it's serving the community and not trying to appease the community, if that makes sense. Next up on the list is Forever. It's a newer show. It just came out this year. I'm also really surprised that this made on the list. I mean, I shouldn't be shocked because the creator of the show is Mayor Brooke Akil. She is just a great writer, great executive producer, great visionary. She knows how to make shows feel comfy and feel good and warm and cozy, and she really explores bonds and connections through her writing style, and it's one of those things that I admire from her, because the shows that she creates and develops and works on, the character dynamics are obviously very well thought through, and they develop very naturally on screen and even through a lot of the writing techniques or the film form techniques that may be used throughout the series that she works on. Forever is such a cute Black teenage love story, and part of it to me is also coming of age because how young they are. They're in high school. We have Justin and Keisha, and we see their love story unfold and the trials and tribulations they go through, things they learn from each other, and all the things they learn from each other's families. Like, it's one of those shows where every character kind of almost has an impact on the main story, and the 2 main characters really have an impact on the show, and we get to really watch them grow and develop throughout the entire series. The writing's obviously amazing. We can get past that, right? But they're able to do time jumps so well in this series, which I'm like, whoa, crazy. Like, we may start at like the middle of second semester in one episode, and then by the end of the episode, we're at prom or graduation. The show does time jumps to very unique elements that happen in senior year of high school, and the story really lends to that. I think that's something I really love about this show, because again, it sticks true to its premise, and it takes out all the scenes and all of the time that we don't, as viewers, we don't need to see, and it can be achieved with a time jump, or even if the time jump is a little quick, that we get a callback within the dialogue. But we are constantly getting fed new information, developing new things about these characters, pushing the story forward. I keep saying pushing the story forward, but that is really one of the biggest things that can make or break a show, is if you're sitting at a stalemate and not getting any new information about these characters or about the story in general. To me, it's a beautiful love letter for Black love, but also to the Black community and Black family, and just how the support of it all happens. It's one thing I'm very grateful to watch. It's one of those coming of age series that it feels different, it feels amazing, and I literally binged it all in 2 days. The cinematography of it all is amazing. The colors, the editing, I loved it all. And you guys can binge it and get excited because they got picked up for season 2. There's the season 2 coming. So get involved, get into it, and binge it all. Should have I been watching Golden Girls at the young age I was? No. But did I watch Golden Girls growing up? Well, yes. Like, what are you gonna do about it? And also, I put it on the list because I felt this strongly about it, but also all the people on TikTok, when I mentioned I was doing a comfort TV shows video, they literally, I want to say majority of the comments had Golden Girls in it. So here we are talking about Golden Girls. And if you're, I don't know how you wouldn't know anything about Golden Girls, like the theme song's iconic, everything is just iconic about Golden Girls. But if you've never even heard of Golden Girls follows 4 older women that are dealing with being single, dating, and sharing one roof in Miami. And it is, the comedy of it all is just everything. My favorite character is Dorothy. I think Dorothy is just so quick-witted. I love Dorothy. I tune in sometimes just to watch Dorothy. Like, not even gonna lie to you guys, is that she is that girl. She ate that. Overall, each character is really quick-witted. The dynamics of the characters are super beautiful to watch. It really highlights one thing I love and really want to learn how to do with my writing, is that my characters should not only learn from each other by talking to each other, but also just simply interacting with each other. Like, same way we do as humans. We may watch other people and like get influenced by some of the things they do, but they don't have to tell us what they're doing. And I think that's one thing Golden Girls does a lot. They have their obvious like sit down moment where they talk with each other and they learn things from each other, but they also just have their moments where they learn by interacting with each other. It also feels really comfy to me. I spent a lot of times with my grandparents growing up, and this was one of the shows that I would actually sit down and watch with them, and I love it. I think it's cute, it's super fun, and again, I'm originally from Jacksonville, Florida, so for it to be set in Miami, Florida, it's just one of those fun little things. And Golden Girls is just iconic for all the right reasons. So if you have not seen Golden Girls, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but definitely go check Golden Girls out. It is pretty much almost it's on a lot of streaming platforms, and I know for a fact it's on Hulu, so just go check it out. Do yourself a favor and go check it out and go watch all of them. Those are all my suggestions. I hope you guys had a fun time watching, and I hope you guys go check them out. If you have already seen them or you go check them out, please let me know in the comment section below. I would love to talk about your opinions, your thoughts, your feelings on it. I would love to tell you my thoughts, feelings, and emotions on it. Even more, like, I kind of glossed over everything, but I could really get into these shows for their own separate hour-long conversation, okay? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys enjoy, make sure to subscribe and like. If you guys like this video or just like me, you can follow my Instagram and my TikTok to keep up with me on a more everyday basis. I just kind of post and talk about my writing and my creative journey. And soon, because school is starting back up, my college journey, I have a college draft series where I show you guys my journey as a film school student at USC. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And I have a lot more TV and writing and creative lifestyle stuff coming out soon. So I am super excited to make that stuff. I took a break for a reason, because I needed to, but also to plan some new stuff for you guys. And I'm just happy to be back. I just have so much love for you guys. And yeah, that is it for today's video. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.